Earlier we told you about some work that is being done by Mr. Farai Hovmasaisai in that he's offering $25,000 to undergraduate law students who are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and he is joining Carrie and myself along with Mr. Issa Jones, yes, who is also part of this initiative. Gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thank you.
Before we get into the details of what is happening with this $25,000 undergraduate law scholarship, give me some information as to how it came about.
Okay, all right. So we are young attorneys. Mr. Jones is actually the chairman of the scholarship committee, and we practice at Hoven Associates. It's a firm that was founded in 2010. All of the attorneys are under the age of 40. So we are sort of like millennials. We actually have that hashtag millennial stand up. So, and it's our way of giving back. It's our way of giving back to our society as a whole. For us, we see that too many occasions people see attorneys as persons who make a lot of money and take a lot of money from clients.
And how are students selected? Sorry to cut you off.
The selection criteria, I'll let Mr. Jones.
In terms of the selection criteria, what we are looking for is a Trinidadian individual, a third year in his LLB, okay, who's well-rounded, who's active within their community, and it should be someone between the age of 18 and 35.
Okay, I heard you say his female law students are welcome as well. Okay, great.
Yeah. $25,000. So is it that you and your group, or who will be paying this?
The firm. The firm. Yeah, so that's part of our corporate social responsibility. We would be giving it to the successful candidate.
But what was the process of actually coming up with this initiative?
I believe it's just a matter of giving back. I think we just sat as a group. As I said, we are a team of about 5 attorneys. Obviously, we have our support staff, and we just said, how could we do more to our society as opposed to just the run-of-the-day litigation, injunctions, that sort of thing. How can we give back in a tangible sense? And when we were doing our research, we noticed that there aren't any firms in Trinidad offering scholarships. So we was like, let's offer a scholarship, all right? And it will also blend into our succession planning and that sort of thing. Even though we are young and attorneys tend not to retire. Yeah, so it's our way of giving back in a tangible sense to the next generation of attorneys.
So do students apply or are they selected?
So normally students should send in their applications and we would review them. From the review, we have them shortlisted and we'll have an interview with the selected candidates, and we would select someone from there from after the interview.
So where do students send in these applications and how do they do that?
All right, so they send it to our email address, trinidadlawyers@gmail.com. All right, it's the first phase. It's a CV together with essay on a contemporary issue or law. So there are many contemporary issues. There's the recent LGBTQI judgment. There's the recent judgment with regards to the Law Association investigating a Chief Justice. There are a lot of contemporary issues in law going on in Trinidad right now, and that can affect our jurisprudence. So what we are looking for is candidates who are commercially aware of what is going on in our society as well as in our legal fraternity.
Okay, excellent. Have you been involved in charity before?
Yeah.
I remember speaking with you, and you had it was the caravan kind of thing where you would go.
So we partner with different NGOs to try to bring law to communities. I believe the last time I was here, we were partnering with an NGO called the One TNT Foundation, which did a free medical, dental, and legal clinic in Rio Claro. Okay. So it brought the service to the rural community. And so yeah, giving back is part of our ethos.
All right.
And it has been part of our firm's It's good to do charity. It's good to do charity, and we don't even see it as charity. We just see it as our obligation to our society.
So more as a duty and just helping a fellow man.
Correct. The legal profession is competitive, but we believe that if we are able to offer that sort of mentoring, so it's not just about the money. The 25,000 is that could be spent quickly.
Right.
But what we are offering as well is a 2-year training contract with the firm.
Okay.
All right, so the successful candidate will be able to be mentored for at least 2 years. You know, at least you have job security for 2 years.
Right.
And you would be able to benefit from the experience of the other attorneys.
I find Mr. Jones a bit quiet. This is a good initiative. You should smile a little more.
It is. Yeah.
So how long have you been with this organization?
I have been with the organization for 3 years
3
now.
years.
Yeah.
And how
I
do
think-
you see this?
Yeah, from the onset in being with the organization, we have been trying a lot to give back. We have been doing pro bono legal clinics from day one. We have partnered with other NGOs, as Mr. Masaisa would have mentioned. And yeah, I think it's always investing in the future.
Yeah, because I know the initial statement that I got from you all was that, you know, there is need for more attorneys.
Need for more attorneys. Need for more good attorneys. Need for more good attorneys. Okay, so let's watch the statistics. I believe every year there's at least 500 people called to the bar minimum.
Right.
500 attorneys in our jurisdiction. Obviously, I don't know where they work, but the market is flooded with attorneys, but the good attorneys tend to rise to the top. Your work speaks for itself.
Okay.
All right, so if you do good work, obviously, we are a close-knit society, so most of, say, our work comes from referrals. You know, legally we don't advertise, so people talk. You know,
Right,
they talk, and if you do
what would
shoddy work,
constitute a
you'll talk.
good attorney?
I suppose what we're doing is giving back, not just winning your cases, but also looking at your society in a whole. All right, mentorship. All right, and so for us, it was difficult for us to find mentors because the nature of attorneys, the most of the good attorneys tend to work by themselves.
Okay.
All right, so it was a little hurdle trying to get a little senior counsel and then to mentor you and pour into you and that sort of thing, but we have succeeded in that regard, and because we have succeeded in that regard, we said we will give back and try and mentor.
And in turn mentor the young and upcoming ones to
Correct.
turn them into good
Correct.
attorneys.
So for example, every summer we have an internship program, but it's more for college students, high school students. So we partner with Trinity College, we partner with St. Francois Girls, Holy Name, and we bring them in at, I think it's lower 6 level, and they spend 2 months with us in the summertime and that sort of thing. So it's good to pour into the next generation, even though they're probably around our age group.
But how many students are you all looking for to offer these scholarships to?
So this is our first year.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we know it will be a teasing process.
Right.
In the first year, we are offering just one scholarship.
Just one.
Yeah.
But I'm sure many people would apply. So
we already have,
what exactly are you looking for? So if I am to apply and Carrie is to apply, what are you looking for from each individual? I know you mentioned be active in your community, but that can mean anything.
Yeah.
So what exactly are you looking for from this person?
Yeah, so we want to see people come. Well, obviously everyone would have their own circumstances that they would deal with. We know how difficult it is going through not law school, but doing your degree. So we're looking at these challenges that students would be facing, and we taking that into consideration, as well as the extracurricular things that they would have done in terms of contributing and giving back to the society. We need to show, we want to see the determination and the drive from students who are really passionate about law and who want to do law.
Yeah, because the nature of law, because it's so competitive. When I was called to the bar in 2010, in that one calling, there were 275 of us in that one sitting. And I knew to myself that I had to do more than the other 274 people to be successful. So in that context, I'm looking for a well-rounded individual. All right? Academics for attorneys is guaranteed. You must do good in your academics. But what are you really doing law for? Is it, because if it is just to make money, then that's not our candidate.
Right.
All right? We want someone who wants to give back to Trinidad and Tobago, who wants to uplift our country and move our country forward. Yeah?
Mr. Jones, what are your final comments and your plans for the future?
In terms of final comments, I would like to think that the initiative that we are taking now, I like to see other professionals, not just lawyers alone, but maybe doctors or with any other professionals taking a similar approach in terms of stretching out and investing into the youths. And and guiding them. The youths are tomorrow, so. we
Yeah,
have
and
to-
the show is now shaping tomorrow today, so thanks for coming and having us shape tomorrow today.
And thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
It was an absolute
Thank
pleasure
you.
chatting
Absolute
with,
pleasure.
with both of you, Mr. Farai Hove Masaisai and Issa Jones. Carrie, it was a pleasure. Probably if I was doing law, we could have applied.
Yeah, you could have, and probably gotten that funding to go through the
I
school.
didn't mind 25,000.
And the mentorship, of course.
And the mentorship, which is important.
Because we are sealing in the embryonic stage, you never know in the future, Hove and Associates might offer a scholarship in media.
Probably.
We are not restricted, we millennials, we can think outside
Yeah,
the
that's
box.
the thing.
All right, thank you very much,
Thank you so much for
gentlemen.
being here.
Thank you.
We now have your local weather forecast with Ian Wallace.